Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. August 20th, 2018. I'm here at Zero Hedge. Scientists warn millions of sea creatures are in real peril as Pacific Ocean temperatures rise to new records. This is from Michael Schneider, the American Dream blog. Apparently, ocean temperatures continue to rise, and scientists are extremely alarmed as a mass die-off of sea creatures appears to be imminent. Let's not forget that Florida recently has had a huge die-off of different sea life, and it doesn't show any sign of slowing down. Let us remember that birds have been dropping from the skies. Animals have been a little too friendly towards humans, and so on and so forth. So they think a massive die-off of sea creatures is imminent when it's already begun. This week, environmental experts were stunned when ocean water off the San Diego coast hit an all-time record high of 81.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Daily measures began all the way back in 1916, and since that time, a higher ocean temperature has never been recorded off the coast. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. Studies have shown that ocean temperatures have been rising rapidly all over the planet. And it's already had devastating impact on many ecosystems. The oceans are the foundation of the food chain. If the sea life starts dying off on a massive scale, which it already has, it could mean unprecedented famine all over the planet. Now, we already know that many sea life animals have died off in the Atlantic Ocean, and due to Fukushima. We know about the dead zones. We know that algae blooms kill animals because of the toxic vapors or gases it puts off. And we know that millions and millions and millions of sea creatures have been dying since at least 2012. And we also know that approximately 240 species goes extinct each and every day. I hope that people out there are taking this very seriously. Our planet is going through dramatic changes, and the numbers don't lie. The reading of 81.3 off the San Diego coast was confirmed by two separate buoys. Two buoys off the coast of San Diego last week recorded what researchers believe could be the highest temperatures ever measured in California waters. A sea surface temperature of 81.3 was logged Thursday by both Torrey Pines buoy and the neighboring Scripps near shore buoy. "81 degrees may not sound that high to you, but it is extremely unusual." Now let me stop here for a moment. Now, a lot of people are talking about grand solar minimums, and yet more people are talking about planetary bodies that are affecting our Earth's gravitational pull. So, which is it? Now, I've been taking photos on my phone here of the sky because I've seen videos where people capture what appears to be planetary bodies, but you know, a lot of people like to say those are lens flares. What I got on my phone is amazing. I think the planetary body is the likely cause to the grand solar minimum. I could be wrong, but it seems to be that way. As I said, I have a picture on my phone that appears to have not one, not two, not three, but 4 planets all lined up. So, and I will be putting them on a video here, maybe today, I'm not sure. Other records have been recently set as well. For example, a record high of 78.6 degrees was recorded at the Ellen Brown Scripps Memorial Pier on August 1st. Some sea creatures are capable of relocating into areas with lower temperatures, but others are not. And those creatures are in real peril, according to ecologist Michael Burrows. And there's a guy, what's his name? Guy McPherson. According to him, we're gonna face a massive die-off here in the next couple months to a year of human beings, of specifically human habitat. I don't believe him because there's no evidence that that's actually going to happen right now. You may or may not be concerned with the fate of our coral reefs, but they are actually extremely important to our underwater ecosystems, according to marine biologist Ove Goldberg, I think. 1 out of every 4 fish on the entire planet lives in or around coral reefs. If all the coral reefs were wiped off the map, we would have global famine starting almost immediately. So what is causing this stunning rise in ocean temperatures? Needless to say, many in the climate change community are blaming global warming. Between 1982 and 2016, the number of marine heat waves roughly doubled and likely will become more common and intense as the planet warms, a study released Wednesday found. Prolonged periods of extreme heat in the ocean can damage kelp forest and coral reefs and harm fish and other marine life. Okay, so there's a lot of fear concerning the climate. And myself, I'm included in you know, reporting on things like Fukushima. And here's the thing. For every bad thing that's going on this planet, there's something that can reverse it. I'll give you an example here. They found bacteria that was thriving in nuclear reactors. They were living off of eating the nuclear waste. Now, this bacteria could be cloned or genetically modified to go into Fukushima and to eat all that bacteria. Why have they not done that? Certainly I'm not the only one that has thought of this. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce this bacteria name, but I'll give it a try. Deinococcus radiodurans is an extremophilic bacteria, one of the most radiation-resistant organisms known. It can survive cold, dehydration, vacuum, and acid, and is therefore known as polyextremophile. And it is listed as the world's toughest bacteria. This bacteria was found in a nuclear reactor, and it was found to be eating the nuclear waste. Now, if they wanted to fix Fukushima and the other leaky radioactive power plants, 95% of them, they could utilize this bacteria. So for every bad thing humans have done to this planet, there is a way. There is a way to reverse it. So the term hothouse Earth was recently used in a study published by a research institute in Sweden, and it is becoming very popular. Hothouse Earth, aka climate change, aka global warming, aka global climate disruption, and so on, was invented by a bunch of activists at a Hitherto, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, deeply obscure scientific institution calling itself Stockholm Resilience Center. Until they got a study published last week, nobody, probably not even the people who work there, had heard of the place. But because Stockholm Resilience Center said all the right scary things about imminence of global man-made climate doom, the left-wing media treated it like the voice of God. Others are blaming other sources for the stunning rise in ocean temperatures. In recent years, I've chronicled the immense changes that our planet is going through. Earthquakes are happening more frequently. Volcanoes that were once dormant are springing to life all over the globe, and we are witnessing shaking in unusual locations. The same thing, or things, are happening on the ocean floor. Underwater volcanic eruptions are generating immense amounts of heat. Underwater earthquakes are producing giant cracks in the crust of our planet, and magma from the core of the Earth is pushing up toward the surface. The ongoing eruption in Hawaii is an example. Above the surface of the water that we can see, but anything going on below the surface is generally does not make the news. These earth changes are completely and utterly outside of our control, and there's nothing that we can do to stop them. And if you have a giant planet or mini solar system orbiting around us, which a lot of people believe that's what's going on, these things are going to happen. So, if you don't have a couple weeks worth of food at least, and ways to purify water, and a weapon, both a firearm and a projectile weapon that does not need gunpowder, knives, machetes. If you don't have these things, I would suggest doing so, getting these things. I'm poor, I really am, and we have managed to save up a bunch of food. We have managed to save some weapons, and some ways to purify water. So being poor isn't really an excuse not to be prepared. I hope everyone has a great day. Kill the state and live free.